Hi guys, uh, today also I'll be showing you a quick script which doesn't do much in itself, but the concepts that you will see here can be used very in a wide variety of scripts. So here what I want to do is I have the i3config file. If you do not know i3, then i3 is a tiling window manager, and from the i3 config file I want to show all the mappings that I have done for my keyboard. So quickly, before we see the script, this is how the i3 config file looks like, and the keyboard mappings are done with bindsim, as you can see in my script. So let's get started and see how we can parse this to a decent level. So I'll go to my config slash i3 folder. Then the first thing that we know is we want to grep for bindsim. Now there could be bindsim anywhere in the file. Hence we want to only grep for those instances which start at the beginning of line, and then we also want to see that it has the $mod uh, modifier. This $mod basically translates to the Windows keys in most setups, or at least that's what I have done in my case, and is a kind of prefix. So currently, if you run just bindsim $mod grep on config, we will see a lot of output here. Now, the other thing that we may want to do is just ensure that all the comments are removed. The comments are starting with hash, so I'll say -v grep. If it starts with hash, then don't show them. This should reduce a lot of clutter that we are seeing, and similarly we can grep for few more things which we don't want in our output. So if we do that, we can see that it has already become a lot more readable than it was earlier. Now there are few other things that I want to get rid of. For example, this instance equals tmarks and so on and so forth. These are not really the key bindings, and hence I can add a grep -v of equals also. Now once I have this output, the only thing that I want to do is basically print it out in a pretty print format, and hence I have used a printf statement here. Let me give you an example of how this printf statement would look like. Okay, so let me say test and testing. So if there are two statements, it appears with a box here, but as you would have probably guessed by now, it is a Unicode character which translates to right side pointing arrow, thick arrow, and shows up quite well in our xterm and other terms which can show Unicodes. So time to run this script. Uh, let's run this bash i3 show keys. And as you can see, it has printed us in a neatly formatted text all the bindings that we have done. Now this actually we can even use it in Conky to show all the bindings, and then we can probably remove some of the other things that we don't want. For examples, we may want to remove this workspaces, how we are changing workspaces and all. But that's pretty straightforward once we know how we are doing the parsing. So that's all for today. Thanks.